Although often depicted as evil in modern times, Hades was among the most evenly keeled of all the gods, and while he was feared, he was also highly respected. How can that be if he was banished? He was not, he was removed from the list of Olympian gods. He's not on there. He's separate. He's like a demigod. He's like a cyclops. He's not a part of the Olympians. Why is that? What's so special about Hades? Okay, where does the linguistic link of Hades come into play here? Persephone. 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 Persephone is Persia. Persia. Phony. This phony means death. Just as Phoenician means red, it means death. Speaking the language of death. That's what the Phoenicians do. They spread out languages of the dead. Because just as Levet has said, the true language of the world is alchemical. All the letterings, every single alphabet. I had said before the Greek is a special, a privileged language. All languages have their privileges in certain ways. The runic, the Egyptian, the Arabic, the French, even the Aztec, even Polynesian, even the Chinese, Japanese, Cantonese, Mandarin, Nubian, just I'm just Russian. It's they all have different rules that do not repeat. When the pattern does not repeat, that is the pattern. It is man-made. It is man-pushed. Phony means both what you speak in the language as well as death. Persephone is Percy. She was born Percy, and she became Persephone once once she was abducted by Hades. Once this man chose her direction, her power became back and forth in the underworld, in the above world, underworld, above world, underworld, above world, half in a cycle of half the year each for each realm she had to be part of. Okay, that is the energy. So how does Hades come into play? If this is Poseidon and this is Zeus, where's Hades? Where's Hades? I'll tell you where. Hades is right here. You want to know how? Ladies and gentlemen, Hades. Ha in Hebrew and Persian means the. Des in Hebrew and Persian means 10. Des, decimal, deca. The S became a K in Greek. Deca. Ha deca. The 10th house. This is what's buried there. In masculine form, in order to hide Persephone, which Persephone is the daughter, is the power. Daughter is an anagram for the guard. Every daughter in life becomes the guard of your life. That's what this is about. She becomes, she's not the goddess. She creates life. He does not create life. Either him, Zeus, or Poseidon, or anyone, even Kronos, does not create life. The woman creates life. The woman is the true power, and the true power is God. This is God. This is God. Okay, this is God's tool. But this is God. Okay? Again, this story here, Cetus, right here. Who's the bad guy in this situation? Who do you think it is? Who's the bad guy? No, here's Andromeda, Perseus, and the Kraken. Who's the bad guy in this situation? Cetus is not the bad guy. This is the good people turned bad. Okay? And this is the government coming in to give you the thing you cannot escape, the thing you always stare at, which is the rules, which is over. It is in the house of Taurus. This is the things you want. This is the things you see. This is the house of Taurus. This is right here, Medusa, over the house of Taurus. Looking back at Cetus. What is Cetus? This is the Kraken. Kraken. Or the beast is you selling out from your frustration to your prostration. That's the Kraken, the Kratos, the Krakten, the Demos Krat. Krat in Hebrew means the governed, the controlled ones, the ones who were bought in to the system. In Greek, we have in Greek it's Kratos, where we get the English suffix krat for democrat, aristocrat, and more. This beast will kill the most beautiful thing you can imagine, the value of yourself as the man or woman who frees their beloved, their life equation within themselves, who they will see in physical form with the woman Andromeda. This energy is for mankind, both masculine and feminine, even when you're single. Even when you're single. The beast is you governed. You governed. Hating God's direction. Because God did something to you. When they didn't do anything to you, the governed did it to you, and they told you God did it. They're making you think God did it by giving you an act of God, by throwing an act of God at you. And so you hate God instead of loving God's power. Instead of loving God's power, you hate God's direction for your life. That's this. This is God's direction for your life. This is God's direction for your life. Shiva, your direction, rides this. It's a beautiful image. It's an absolutely beautiful image. But once you realize that Andromeda is the feminine energy, is the feminine God in the feminine age, it's the same thing. It's feminine. It's the life equation. It's you growing yourself. when they give you these two images as well? Which one do you want? There's a one you protect and one who punishes. But does she really punish? Yes, she does. She can throw you into hell. But it's all learning experience. It's all learning experience going towards Shani, going towards your judgment, going towards your judge. Once you realize life's equation, which is shown and by Venus. And you know who destroys it? I showed you this mask before. This mask is a horrible, horrible thing. And I'll explain to you why. Because what's the mask for? It's for the hard face you hide with this mask after you listen to the Babylonian Phoenician priest who told you, the noble, the poor, the ambitious, the weak, the immoral, the inferior parent, if you burn your firstborn in the brazen bull, you will be rewarded money. But if you show any emotion about it, you get nothing. And if you feel you can't do it, and if you feel that you can't hide it, you can't control yourself, here's a mask for a price. Okay, that's what this mask is for. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the beast? Huh? What is the beast? The beast is... What is the beast? The beast is the monster. You are a monster in a legal dictionary when you are considered, when you look up the word person. Okay? Person meant mask to the Phoenician. Fersu meant mask. Kraken, the word kraken, comes from the Hebrew, the controlled, krakt, the controlled, the governed. They call this monster Cetus. Cetus, C-T-S. Cetus is another deity associated with it is Sutek from the Egyptian. Sutek, Cetus. C-T-S became K-T-S, and that's Sutek in reverse. Odysseus had his Odysseus when Odysseus was trying to get back to his homeland, to Ithaca. His wife was home. She was surrounded by suitors. Suitor is also the Cetus monster. The ones living in the privileges. The ones who think they know. The ones who seek the woman. The ones who seek to save the woman. Instead, Odysseus came. Okay? This is Cetus. Suitor. Sutek. This is not who you blame. This is not who you blame.